Hello, hello, hello. This is Kathy Lien with BKForex. If you can hear my voice and see the screen, please type in yes into the chat Kathy box. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. It seems like everything that needs to happen technologically is working. So that is great. So first of all, Boris and myself would like to welcome you to our Surge monthly webinar. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk markets, walk you through some of the resources, make sure you know everything you have access to so that you can use them efficiently. Now, it's great that we're speaking today because this is a very, very high event risk week. We've got tomorrow, the US retail sales report. We have the Federal Reserve rate decision, obviously the most important event risk on this week's calendar. And then we also have tomorrow Canadian CPI, GDP, Australian employment, and the Bank of England rate decision on Thursday. So a lot going on, and actually not much going on Monday and today, and much more going on the rest of the week. So this is a very opportune time for all of us to speak about what could transpire. So all of you should have access to my BKForex Kathy heat map. And this is the URL. Make sure you bookmark it. I update it once a week and sometimes a little bit more often if things change. And this is where I kind of present and summarize the fundamentals to you and share my views for the markets on a fundamental basis, and take all of the information and basically digest that, put it all together, and if you click on any of these tiles, it expands with just a little bit more detail and everything you need to know. So, I am dollar bullish, and in general, the Federal Reserve is prepared to raise interest rates. Now, before the whole Russian invasion, everyone was thinking that maybe the Fed could jump the gun and raise interest rates by 50 basis points instead of 25 basis points. But what ended up happening was Russia invaded Ukraine, and now everyone is shifting gears and realizing that at the end of the day, this is going to lead to a slowdown in global growth. Everyone, or many people, are talking about recession risks again. So the Fed is most certainly going to move ahead with 25 basis points instead of 50. With that said, though, this is the first time the Fed is raising interest rates since 2018. And this will be the beginning of a new prolonged tightening cycle. So that is why I'm dollar bullish. And in general, I think that not only can the dollar rally into FOMC, but I think that there's a very good chance that it could extend its gains beyond that. And I think that when we come out of FOMC, the Fed, I believe that the Fed is probably going to be hawkish, and I believe that they're going to be in a position to let the market know that they are going to get more aggressive once the tensions kind of ease. And this is one of those 8 times a year the Federal Reserve has a monetary policy announcement. 4 out of those 8 times, economic projections, which means the GDP and CPI forecasts, along with the dot plots, are released. And this time around, there's a very, very good chance that the central bank could come in and indicates that they're going to have central bankers favor maybe 100 basis points to 75 basis points of tightening for the entire year, whereas in the previous dot plot it was very few was favoring 100 basis points, and you know, it was between 50 and 75 for 2022. So if there is a situation where the dot plot moves in favor of more tightening, even though they do less on Wednesday, it could still be dollar bullish. So ultimately, you know, I think it's going to be a dollar bullish outcome. Euro's really interesting because Euro is up today. German zoo was horrendous. German zoo was very, very weak. No surprise there, and that's probably why the euro was resilient. ECB decided that they want to end asset purchases sooner rather than later. You know, so all of that is quite helpful to the euro. But you know, the euro area is the most vulnerable to the Russian sanctions and to the rise, the dependency on Russian oil. And they are therefore at the greatest risk of recession as a result of the Russian invasion. So I'm still bearish euros. It is up today, like I said, but I think overall the trend is still lower. British pound, I'm bullish British pounds. The Bank of England also has a rate hike this week that is expected. This is not the first for them. This will be, I think, the third rate hike because they had previously raised interest rates back to back. So they're more along the tightening cycle than other central banks. So what's really important to remember is that it's not just about where interest rates are. It's about where interest rates are headed. And so interest rates, it's about not where interest rates are, but where the central bank is in their tightening cycle. And the Bank of England is further along in the tightening cycle than the Fed. And so given that they're further along the tightening cycle than the Fed and even the ECB, that's something to pay attention to. I'm still bullish because they're still expected to raise interest rates. And I think, you know, pound is up today. So, you know, euro pound, I'm quite bearish on, but their guidance is going to be key. And I think they're going to express some concerns like about the Russian invasion, like the Reserve Bank of Australia did last night. Now, Aussie, I'm neutral. I'm neutral because the Australian economy is doing great. The labor market numbers that are expected later this week are expected to be strong because there was a sharp rise in the manufacturing and service sector activities. You know, they are not contending with a surge in COVID cases, but, you know, and they're less sensitive to the Russian sanctions because there's a situation where they have zero reliance on Russian oil, but they have a lot of reliance on China, and China's locking down more and more cities every day, and those lockdowns will last for weeks, and that is not going to bode well for the Australian economy. On bullish Canadian dollars, we had a monster jobs report the last time it was released, really, really good numbers. And we have CPI tomorrow, which should be very hot. We have inflation data list later this week, which should be very good as well. And, you know, I think, you know, overall, we are in a situation where, you know, even though it is a risk currency, I think overall, the Canadian dollar should outperform its peers. At least that's what I think. The New Zealand dollar, New Zealand is interesting. It's interesting because they've got a surge in COVID cases, obviously bad news. But they have one of the most hawkish central banks. And I think that is important. I think the fact that they have one of the most hawkish central banks indicates to us that, you know, there is definitely a situation where Kiwi could outperform Aussie. We went short Aussie Kiwi today, and had a perfect zip signal, which we'll look at, or a nice zip trade later. And, you know, I think that dynamic could continue to play out. And then I'm bullish Swiss francs and Japanese yen because I continue to believe that the worst is not over for the Russian invasion. And given that the worst is not over for the Russian invasion, I believe that, there is a very good possibility that, the yen and the Swiss franc will resume its gains on, general, kind of risk aversion. Okay, so let's take a look at ZIP. ZIP is something all of you have as an indicator. If you do not have it, please send a message to contact@bkforex.com or direct message us over Slack, which is also, our venue for communicating with all of you. And make sure, and we will get you ZIP. So, in terms of, the trades, we went short Aussie Kiwi earlier today. It's in the ZIP sell zone. And, we took some profits out of this. We're not really seeing too much, that is in sync with fundamentals or technicals. For example, Euro's in the ZIP buy zone, but we talked about how bearish Euros. Dollar yen looks interesting. I think dollar yen could have another pop higher and extend its gains going into the FOMC rate decision, but we do have to be a little careful because yields are pulling back. If yields were up, I would be really gung-ho on this trade, but yields are pulling back a little bit, which, I obviously don't love, but I still think dollar yen is going to head higher. Dollar Swiss, I would stay out of it for now, because euro dollar kind of looks big, but we did make some money on dollar Swiss earlier this week. Pound dollar, pound dollar should turn positive. We talked already about how I think that the pound dollar should, rally into the Bank of England rate decision on Thursday. And let's see what else we got. Aussie's rallying. I'm a fader of Aussie. I think that, its gains really shouldn't continue much longer, but it's rising, and we need to see it rise back above the ZIP indicator line and then come back below it before really getting excited about getting back into this trade. And, Kiwi is actually turning positive. I would also stay out of that for now because I'm dollar bullish. Dollar CAD, we've got Canadian CPI as well as US retail sales and the FOMC tomorrow. So I wouldn't touch dollar CAD. But I like CAD yen. I think, CAD yen, if it goes above the indicator line, which is not too far from now, about 20 pips, that would become a nice buying opportunity. Let's take a look at crypto real quick. All of you have access to trading crypto with Boris every single day. We live trade crypto during the Asia Power Hour, during the New York Power Hour. So all of that is important, and something you should take advantage of. The crypto market itself, it's just been consolidated. It's waiting for its catalysts, and FOMC could be one of those catalysts that drives it in one direction or another. And I think that, it's something I'm paying very close attention to. And I think that you should as well, because it's itching for a breakout. Right now, resistance is right above current levels at the 50 and the 20 SMA. And 40,000 is the high, and the low is underneath 37,500. Ethereum is also in a downtrend, consolidative, and so it's basically consolidative, not doing much, and also itching for a breakout. Solana is, they're all range trading. You're seeing the same theme. And I think that, you're not going to see too many coins that are looking any different. Same thing with Binance, same thing with Litecoin. Now, in some ways, we can argue that these are basing, which is possible. We're looking at Ripple, we're looking at Polkadot, we're looking at Shiba Inu, Doge. You could argue that's basing, which could be the case. Maybe the market will get tired of the Russian invasion and move on and allow some of these riskier assets to rally. Maybe the Fed could surprise, but for now, there's so much exogenous risk. I would not assume that this is a bottom in crypto. It could be, but these risks that we have in the geopolitical landscape and even the Fed are so significant that it could easily drive these assets lower. So I would definitely be careful. All right, so let me turn over to Boris, who will show you what you have access to when you trade with trading with him, and also give you his insight into the markets.
Hi guys, hi. Okay, let me change my screens to me and show my screen. We're gonna go to, let's see if we can get this big full screen too. Okay, very good. In chat, ask Boris, just say hi to me if you guys are seeing the screen. I mean, I'm sure you guys are seeing my screen, but I just want to make sure. Just say hi to me. You can also say hi in the question box of GoTo. But either way, just want to make sure that you guys are hearing me. You're seeing my screen. I see myself on Slack. I'm going to guide you through all the things that we do here, and just show you the enormous amount of resources that we have available. Okay, so first of all, I need you to say hello to me. You guys need to know, if you're going to trade with us, you need to know how to communicate in Slack. Somebody say hi to me in Slack. Let's go. Who's in the room here? I'm going to do what I do with everybody in my webinar. I'm going to shame you into doing it. Ilya, Raymond, Ruben, Wojtek. I want to hear you say hi. Start posting in chat ask Boris. I'm not going to say a word until you start posting. All right, thank you, Raymond. Ruben, Wojtek, let's go, guys. It's a participatory, it's an interactive experience with me. Nobody gets to sit here and be passive. Ilya, let's go. Let's go. Garrett, good job. Okay, excellent. All right, good job. This is what I want for everybody to check in, because we are a very, very interactive service. If you want to get the full value of your free membership, and then hopefully, if you want to upgrade your membership to us, you need to know that we are here for you almost 24 hours a day, 20 hours out of the 24 hours of a day. We pretty much cover the room, and you can ask us any question, anytime, anywhere, both either in the chat rooms over here, or personally, just click on my name and just message me directly, or message Kathy. Don't message Kathy, message me, because she is busy. Almost everybody who has any kind of technical questions always asks me, because I run all the technical aspects of BK. And you need to understand just how rich an experience you have at your fingertips. So I'm going to show you first all of the resources available to you, some of the tools, and I'm going to explain to you why you should be trading with me every single day. So let's start first with the resources. The best way to understand all the resources that we have available to you is just simply go into the resource room over here, click on the resource room, and type the word help followed by the question mark. The question mark is very important. The question mark is what lets the robot know that it needs to respond to you. If you don't put a question mark at the end of any particular keyword, it's just going to sit there quietly like any computer does. The question mark is what makes the computer respond to you. So if you type the word help, you will get the full list of all the various resources that's available to you, okay? And I'll go through just a couple of them, so that the most important ones, because there's just so much here that I'll let you rummage through it by yourself. But first and foremost, the communication resources that you need to know. We have 3 communication channels, or 3 webinar channels that we do every single week. There is the regular Monday morning webinar that Kathy and I do. And to register for that, you simply type the word webinar question mark. And this is our Monday morning game plan, where we just go over the markets and get ourselves ready for the week. right? So that's number one. Number two, every single day I live trade, and I live trade twice. First, I live trade in New York, and I live trade in Zoom. So all you have to do is just simply type the word Zoom, and that will give you the New York session link, right? And if you want to trade with me in Asia, you just type Zoom Asia ? And that will give you the Asia session link. So it's two separate Zoom sessions every single day, unless I'm busy, and you can see it. Now, by the way, a new resource that we just created that's not even in here, but that's very, very useful to a lot of people is the CLD resource. If you do CLD ? Right, this will give you the global overall BK activity webinar. Not only will it give you the webinar, but it will give it to you in your local time. So New York time, Greenwich Mean Time, Sydney time, Singapore time, right? So some in New York, I'll just click on the New York time, and here's the webinar. You can see there's no Asia power trading today because I have trading battle with ACAP. Here's the link to New York Power. By the way, the cool thing about the webinar is not only does it tell you what the event is, but it actually has built in the links. Just click on it, and the actual link is right there with a password. So if you ever say, oh, what's Boris's Zoom? How do I get there? Just go to the calendar, hit the link, you're there. You're right there. It's super easy. We've really made it as easy as possible for you to run the webinar and all of the events that are going on. Tomorrow, I haven't added this yet, but tomorrow we're going to do the FOMC special trading webinar with FOMC, which I got to put on the calendar, and you'll see that going on, right? So that's a really nice little resource that you have available for you. Let's go back to, where am I? Let's go back to here. Those are the key resources available to you just on a communication basis. Next, very, very important, if you want to understand the two primary indicators that we use. We use TradingView, and we use zip indicator and bounce indicator, right? Now, if you want to find out about each one of these strategies, you simply hit the word zip ? And that will give you a video of Kathy's explaining her zip strategy, right? And I hope this is correct. If you hit bounce ? Should give mine, I'm not sure. Yeah, and this gives you explanation of bounce and my strategies. So everything is at your fingertips. Everything is available. All of it is explained. It's super, super cool. These are just a tiny aspect of the resources that are available here. Because we're limited on time, and I don't want to go through the whole thing and bore you to death. But these are just the scratching the surface of all the stuff that's available for you. You can go through everything that you want. Now, the next thing that I really want to explain to you is, some of you are well versed in this, some of you are not. If you want to be a successful trader, if you want to pass your Surge gauntlet, if you want to get funded, you can ignore my advice completely and not do this, or you could take my advice and make your life a million times easier and increase your chance of success enormously. I don't know what Kathy is typing. Is Kathy typing something in the resource room here? Okay, I thought she was typing something in the resource room. By doing the following, you need to know MT4. It is really, really important that you need to know how to use MT4 in its full functionality. To do that, you can simply type MT4_course ? And you will get access to my absolutely free step-by-step, I'm a total beginner, I don't know what this software does at all course. Even if you're kind of like, intermediate term, a lot of people take this course because they really, they enjoy it just goes through all the basics in a super, hopefully easy way. And I absolutely, if you want to live trade with me successfully, it's a requirement. If you want to just struggle and try to guess your way to the next trade, then don't do it. But if you want to be successful, I can't reemphasize how important it is. It just boggles my mind that anybody trades in this business without understanding how to use tools, indicators, scripts, EAs, in a super fast market where you're trading against institutional machines who are going to beat you silly if you don't have the tools at your fingertips to do it properly. So I'll leave it to you. But again, if you want to be successful, I really think you should learn MT4. So assuming you do know MT4, let me just take you to the next thing that we have available that is really, really cool. I'm going to actually, let me see if I can come in here. Let's see if you guys, yeah, here we go. So I'm logged in. I'm broadcasting from my Mac because I love my Mac, but now I just logged into my PC. And this is, I wanted to show you, these are the results from today's, just literally 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, whatever it was, our live trading session, using my bounce indicators, my bounce dashboard, my bounce tools, all of which are available for you, all of which you can use yourselves, if you just educate yourselves in doing this. I am not exaggerating. I'm literally could not say this if this was not true. We make money in our room every day that we have traded so far this year. Every day. That means we're almost at 100 days of consecutive profits in my room using my bounce protocol, my bounce tools, my bounce dashboard, right? This is my Surge gauntlet account, right? Started $1 million. I'm trading it very, very slowly, very conservatively because I'm trying to show people how to pass the gauntlet without any drawdown. It has never been in drawdown. It has never been below $1 million on a closing basis. Okay, and now we just amplified my tool to create all sorts of really interesting functionalities for it. This growth is gonna get even bigger because the tool makes it so much easier to enter at the right time. So I don't want to go into the complexity of how I trade bounce with the indicators, with the colored candles and everything else, because that's actually a conversation for another time. And I will be doing a new member webinar. I just want everybody to know, a new member webinar for BK, where I'm going to explain my whole strategy, my whole structure, my whole setup, all of this stuff available for you. I just wanted today give you a flavor and a taste of all of this stuff. But I just wanted to explain to you that if you watch the videos, which I post every day, this is another thing that I want to show you. So if you want to watch how I make money every day, all you have to do is just watch me on replay. This was yesterday, this was Friday. Today's video is going to be produced and distributed probably within an hour or so right now, and I'll post it and you'll see how we win every day. Today was probably the easiest money ever. If you can, I can just actually show this to you. Let me see if I can show this to you. If I go into, let me show account history, custom period today. Where can I get? Oh, it's off my screen. Where is it? Where's my custom period? Oh, I can't do it on this one. I'm sorry. I take it back. This is. I have a funky thing on this one. I can only do it on the other one, but I can't show. Okay. Anyways, I don't want to bother you. I'm in the demo account, not in the Surge account, so I can't show you. But trust me if I tell you this, that we started the day at around 106,000. We're at 108,000. Okay. So every day we prove that we can make money using my tools. What I want to show you right now is just even if you don't do the bounce tools, this is the demo account, so that's why I wanted to show it to you. Even if you don't use the bounce tools, you can have a super easy, let me just go to default here, a super easy tool that we give everybody called quick entry tool. Let me show you what this does. So I'm going to lay this down. As you can see, it mirrors the instrument that you are seeing over here. It looks exactly like an MT5. The difference is it automatically puts a stop and a take profit on the position as you enter. Remember, it's very important because let's say I'm going to put a 20 point stop and a take profit on gold, right? Actually, you know what? I think 20, is it, let me see, $2. I think I'm gonna put $2. Let me make sure, I forget what the, because I'm trading gold. This is a, you know what, why I make myself difficult? Let's go to US 30. Let's go to US 30. By the way, here's a cool trick that some of you may not know. If you're an MT4, you can just drag the symbol over here, and now you change the chart to US 30, okay? So now if I'm in US 30 and I'm gonna trade with a 20 stop, 20 target, right? Look what happens. I'm gonna buy the US 30, right? And I can change my size. I just made the smallest possible size. Now I have a stop on a target, right? But here's the coolest part of all of this, right? What if I want to change my target now to 40? All I got to do is just go 40 and it will automatically change my target. What if I want to change my stop now to like 1, you know, like 1, right? Now I can do that too, right? I can move my stops. What if I want to put my stop to like, you know, I think it's like -5. I think I can do this. Yeah, and now I'm in profit at +5, right? This is a tool totally free. Now, what if I want to close my thing? I closed it, boom, I made money. This is a tool, and see, I made the 14.6 points on this on a method that you could never do this if you were trading this manually or if you're trading this within the MT4 environment by yourself. There's a tool we make completely free for you, totally available, that you should all be using. So, as I said, I'm going to be doing a new member webinar. I want everybody who's in this room to come join me. If you're interested in making money every day, you should live trade with me. Live trading with me takes place, let's go back to Slack. Live trading with me takes place twice a day. As you can see, here's my, here's my little time. We do this at 7:30 p.m. New York and 9 a.m. New York, okay? Asia hour and New York hour. I post the links right in chat, ask Boris. And as you can see, everybody's talking to me. Everybody's making money with me every single day. We're all having a good time here, indicating. So that's it. Now I'm going to leave the room here for everybody to ask me questions. You can ask me anything you like in chat, ask Boris right now about what we do, how we do this, and anything else that's on your mind. But I hope you guys are enjoying the BK experience. As I said to you, most of you are using 1% of the 100% available to you to make money in the markets every day. So hopefully this just gives you a flavor of all the resources that you guys have at your fingertips. So talk to me, go ahead. If anybody have any questions, chat, ask Boris, I'll leave it to you. Otherwise, I'll hopefully see you guys in our rooms. And I hope everybody sees Kathy in her room to trade FX. The way, just to sort of understand how the world works, Kathy trades Forex and gold. I trade stock indices, crypto, gold and oil in a chat room day trading environment. Okay, I trade on a very short-term basis. Kathy's trades are more longer-term swing trading trades. Okay, is everybody good? I don't have any questions. Ruben, Raymond, Wojtek, everybody's good? You guys have been around, so you, I think, get the feel of the land. But everybody who's watching this on demand, I hope you got just a flavor of the huge potential you have at making money at BK. And I look forward to seeing you guys with us every single day. Thank you so much. Yes, Ruben just gave me a A-OK. Okay, so that's fine. Remember, the easiest way to chat with us, like when even if you're in a GoToWebinar, is through chat, ask Boris. The reason why that's so good is because everybody else sees what you're asking, and a lot of times what you're asking is what everybody else is thinking. So it makes it a lot easier. So that's why we always encourage you. You can chat with us in GoTo, but it's much better to chat with us in Slack because that's visible. GoTo doesn't allow you to post user chats to the screen. So Raymond is typing something, so I'm going to wait for Raymond to ask his question. And if you have any other questions in the meantime, feel free to post them right now. In the meantime, I'm gonna, while he's doing this, let me show you what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna show you, this is what I do all day long. I'm actually gonna oh, hang on a second, make sure this is working. Am I in the right? Let me see if I'm in the right. Oh, I'm frozen. Oh, I killed. Damn. Okay, I can't trade because I killed this. This particular software is very very temperamental. I have to close my account. All right, never mind. I was gonna show you that I'm gonna arm my trade. I'm gonna be selling Nasdaq, selling Dow here to the short side after it hits hits highs because that's what we do here all day long. You can risk it. You can risk as much as you want. You know that in my room, I risk 1/10 of 1% on a trade, maybe even less, because I'm trading with very low risk tolerance. But you can, the key thing is not how much what you risk, is that you have a 4% drawdown. So if you risk 1% and you have 4 consecutively negative, 4 trades in a row, you get stopped out, you're done. So you don't want to, do that. Or maybe you do want to do that. There's 100 different ways to kind of run the account. I prefer to show you how to do it in a super low risk way, because the most important thing isn't passing the account. The most important thing is trading the account afterwards. And if you kind of take like 1 or 2 trades past the account because you got lucky, you're almost certain to be unlucky when you're going to be in real live trading. I've done literally thousands of trades to achieve my return, and I'll do thousands more. And I believe that's a much better way of doing it, because the more trades you do, the more confident you are in your ability to win, because you have a lot more much bigger sample size. Okay, no problem. Anytime. Come to my room. We discuss all these things. Come to the new member webinar when we have a chance, and I will see you guys in the markets. Everybody have a great day. Take care.